So the other day I'm thinking, I really want to get some sun. So I go out and I'm laying on my back balcony and I see this guy. He can't be much older than I, maybe early 30s, and he comes rolling up sporting a Ferrari. And I'm thinking, man, that is a nice car. I would love to drive one of those. And then it hits me. This guy isn't a teacher. There's no way. There's no way he's an educator. And I mean, how many times have we been approached like that? You're going into teaching? For real? You know you're never going to make any money doing that. I'm sure a lot of parents have told us that. And I think we all understand when we respond, we don't do it for the money. Because we don't. We do it because we love to teach. We love to instill everything that is life in those tiny little spongy brains of our students so we can send them out into the world and they can make it a better place for everybody. There's a lot of controversy in the education system, and a major issue that has come up recently is performance pay. Basically, teachers getting paid by their students' test scores. And I'm going to give 3 reasons why we should just shut the door on performance pay. Number 1, they say that performance pay will bring in better teachers. From what I just told you, though, that doesn't make much sense, does it? Because we don't want to get paid more to teach necessarily. I mean, it would be nice, but we're not doing it for the money. So what happens when we bring in these teachers and say, here's what we have, and here's what we want. Do whatever you can to make what we want. Sounds a lot like some kind of job description for a business, doesn't it? And while a lot of people think education is a business, it's not. Not for teachers. I mean, we can hound those students. We can say, here's chapter 3 in the math text. This is geometry. I want you to memorize this front to back, everything backwards. I want you to know everything that's in this chapter, and then we're going to take a test, and that's it. That's all I want you to do. Not sounding very effective, does it? Now, a good teacher would realize one of your students has an interest in architecture. He wants to be an architect when he grows up. I'd say, Billy, you need to know everything that's in this. This is your pathway to your dream. I will guide you. I will help you get there. You need to know this. Which one do you think is going to remember all the information in chapter 3? The student that was told, here, you just need to know this for the test. When the test is over, that's it. Or the student says, man, this is what I need. Like, it's right here. This is what I need to know. Cool. I'll learn it. Point number 2. Performance pay will lead to more standardized testing. And it's true. We're going to need tests to evaluate whether teachers are doing well or not. Looking back on your time in school, how well did testing do for you? What do you even remember? Because I can tell you right now, Thomas Edison didn't learn the critical thinking or the creativity or the persistence that was required for him to finish the light bulb. And it's true. If we want to teach students that go out in the world and are innovative and help solve problems like create forms of renewable energy for us, you know, things that we are facing on a day-to-day life, we're going to have to teach them things that they can't learn through standardized testing. They're going to learn this through lots of different processes. Okay, so that's point number 2. The last point is that there are better ways to improve the effectiveness of teachers. Do you know that a national poll was taken, and out of every criterion that they gave teachers to choose from on what would help them make a better effective classroom for their students, the number 1 thing that was voted for was smaller class size. That was it. That beat out pay raise, that beat out benefits, that beat out paraprofessionals in the classroom, that beat out everything. And you know, Finland actually did this. Finland actually granted their education system smaller class sizes and a pay raise, but we'll just keep that out of there for a second, because as much as that would be nice, like I said, we don't do it for the pay. But you know what? In 2008, Finland's students, Finnish students, actually were ranked number 1 in the education in the entire world. They are the smartest students in the world. They don't have standardized testing anymore. They eliminated that when they cut back class sizes. So that's just something to think about. Like, They are the smartest people. They're obviously doing something right. Maybe we can model our education system after them. Maybe we can see what steps they took to get there instead of just test after test after test. Here's more pay if you do well on the tests. But that doesn't really answer the question of how to evaluate teachers. And for instance, New York actually has the annual professional performance review law. And there's a couple states that actually have made a couple different versions of this law or are working towards it, to say, okay, we're gonna evaluate you. We're gonna see how you're doing. And they don't necessarily do it to either pay or cut pay or increase pay or bonuses or anything like that, but that's just their way of actually evaluating their teachers. And by peer evaluation and student and parent and supervisory evaluations, we can help great teachers discover what areas they're lacking and what needs improvement. And we can also weed out the educators that quite weren't made for this job, because we all know there are a few. So there's a lot of things in here that go into play here, but we can definitely tell that there are a lot of arguments against performance pay that we should take into account. If you are working at a school that suggests this, I would definitely bring up some main points and do some research and see what's the best way for your students to learn, what's the best way for you to teach, and how can we all work together to get there. Thank you.